Hey everybody, what is going on? Good morning, happy Sunday, and we've got a little bit of news from the VMAC. Obviously, the rookies have all reported to the VMAC for training camp already. They've been there for a couple days now, and like I suspected in the video where I talked about the rookies coming in, we haven't learned a lot yet because there probably isn't a lot to learn. There aren't that many players there, and the players that are there are probably ramping up more so than they're doing anything that is demonstratable to us. But we did get one piece of news, and I want to go over it real quick this morning. This video is sponsored by Prize Picks. So the latest word is that the Seahawks are currently down one of their rookies, nose tackle slash defensive tackle, whatever he may end up being. It's not clear yet. Deven Eastern has been placed on the physically unable to perform list. So Deven Eastern is out of commission, not able to do football stuff, and currently not available to participate in training camp. Now, the notable thing here is that Deven Eastern was also out for the rookie minicamp. So he's been hurt for a while, assuming it's the same injury, which I believe it is, but I guess I don't know for sure. But it sounds like he is dealing with something relatively significant and long term. And given that the odds are already kind of stacked against him making an NFL team, it's not looking too good for him right now. I will say that much. Now, if you remember, Deven Eastern was a 7th round pick and a late 7th round pick at that in the first place. So it's not like there were massive expectations for Eastern going into this season or anything. And realistically, his odds of making the team, even under the best of circumstances, were pretty low. But this obviously isn't helping his case. And look, sometimes it's not about making the team that you're on. It's about putting out some good tape so that you can make another team, or at the very least, leave a good impression on the team that you're on for the training camp period, so that when they get injuries later, they call you up. So definitely an unfortunate situation for Eastern. I know that there were some Seahawks fans that were pretty intrigued by what he might be able to do for the Seahawks this year, but you think about that defensive line. You've got Leonard Williams, you've got Byron Murphy, you've got Jaron Reed, and you've got Riley Mills, and those are just the guys that are pretty much guaranteed to make the team. It's really tough to imagine Eastern working his way into any kind of a roster spot with those guys in front of him. Even if you want to say there's a fifth guy, there are several players that Eastern may not be able to beat out there too. So I can't say that this is a overly significant loss, assuming it is a loss. For all we know, he comes off the PUP tomorrow, and that is one thing about the PUP, right? You can be activated off it at pretty much any time during the off season. Sometimes it's more of a conditioning thing than anything else, it feels like. But in the case of Deven Eastern, it seems like there's something kind of long term going on here. Now, Deven Eastern was a intriguing player in college, and there were definitely some Seahawks fans that liked what he provided for Minnesota. And these last 2 years in particular, he's been a pretty decent piece of their defensive line rotation. But with him not being out there for camp, hard to imagine much of anything happens at this point. So hopefully he's able to get out there soon. In the meantime, one of the guys who really benefits from this would be Uso Suomalo. He's another down defensive lineman that is in the mini camp, excuse me, not the mini camp, but the training camp right now, and has an opportunity to show what he can do in the absence of Deven Eastern. He's a Kansas State defensive tackle. He's done some nice things in his collegiate career. UDFA for the Seahawks. Maybe there's something here. And I guess another guy who kind of, I don't know about benefit, but another guy whose odds of being able to make the team go up would be Brandon Peely. Remember, Brandon Peely's been on this team for a year now, and we even had him start a game last year. He actually played a non-trivial amount for this team, and he's a veteran now. He's been in the league for a few years now. He was with the Dolphins for the previous 2 seasons. So Brandon Peely, he's probably looking at this and going, okay, if this team is going to have a 5th defensive lineman on their 53-man roster, Peely's odds probably just went way up because of this Eastern thing. And remember, there's still the practice squad, right? A guy like Deven Eastern might be aiming for the practice squad. So with him not being able to practice right now, Suamalo, his odds of making the practice squad go up. Brandon Peely's odds of making the practice squad go up. All right, so like I said, short video, that's really all we have right now. Wish we had something else to talk about, but as far as rookie stuff goes out of early training camp, Deven Eastern is about as far as we can go. All right, I'll see you guys later. Go Hawks. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, unfortunate situation, but realistically, the odds were long for him anyway. And I imagine that he was kind of aiming for another roster anyway. All right, see you guys later. Go Hawks.